Hey everyone, Ray Bagnawalo here, pastor of Sayville Congregational Church in Sayville, New York, and happy to be with you on the beginning of this Pride Month as an openly gay pastor in the Presbyterian Church serving this congregation. And good to be here. Good to be here. So, what's on our minds today? What's on my mind today? Been a tough week, hasn't it? All of the things that we're dealing with around the country that have to do with, I don't know, people's lack of compassion for other people, people's insistence on believing in things that aren't true, people trying to somehow raise themselves up by standing on the backs of others, nations, just crazy stuff. And we're in the midst of it in a lot of ways, because part of this upheaval has to do with the way our community is being treated. But I want to talk a little bit today about all of those things. That's life on life's terms. Life goes on, and all of these things are going on around us. And the thing that I try to be careful about, intentional about, is that I was not made to be held hostage to the events that occur around me. Right? I have a life, and I'm doing my best to live it in the best possible way I can as an out gay man living within the queer community, and not be held hostage to everything that's going on around me. So the thing I try to do more than anything is to live my life the way I believe I've been created to do, and to learn how to do that better as time goes by with the help of others and different things that I do, like the faith community I'm a part of that is welcoming and affirming. And if that's good for you, I hope you have one of those or find one of those. But it's really important for me not to be caught up in reactions all the time to everything that's happening, because there's so much stuff going on. It's easy to just spend all day doing nothing but reacting, trying to figure out what needs to be done. My brain doesn't want to shut off. My heart starts to hurt. The stress starts to mount. I have hardly any patience for things. And I feel guilty a little bit sometimes in just shutting it all down, because how could these bad things be going on in the world and me not be totally almost wiped out or even paralyzed by it, right? So it's a hard time. And I think that what's really important for me is to just remember that the way I live my life on a daily basis is what really counts. And if I have time to be involved in some of these areas that are important to me, whether it's to volunteer or to be part of some community that's trying to affect change, or even when I can maybe make some financial contribution to a cause that I support, I do that, but I'm very careful about that as well. That the most important things that I can do is to live in a way that I would hope others can live. That's not saying that I set the intention for others or even set the model for them, but I do believe that when people see me living in a way that is expressive of kindness, compassion, love, patience, as a queer guy, that it changes things for them in how they see the queer community and how they see friends of theirs who may be LGBTQIA+, or family members that they've been estranged from, or even how they address changes in our government and our community and legislation. Because they know me, they say, well, wait a minute, I know somebody, and that's going to harm them. I can't be for that. To me, that's the deep heart of spirituality, that by committing ourselves to living in a way that we believe we've been created to be, with a generosity toward others, with an openness to being of service in whatever way we can, even if it's holding a door for somebody coming out of a supermarket, or when somebody doesn't hold it for you, to say thank you. I used to love doing that. I mean, that's nasty. There's no reason for me to do that. So anyway, it's just about trying to be the person that I think I was created to be. And that has to do with being, for me, open about being gay. I went through all of the closet stuff. I went through all of the self almost hatred there for a while. I just didn't want to be who I was, and all of those things. And then discovered through others and through a community that what a gift we have. What a gift we have to share with others by being just who we are. And you know, as a queer person, we have extra layers to that, right? We have to sort of navigate a society and a community that isn't always the friendliest to accommodating or accepting others who are different than they. But this business about living to your truest self in all the ways you can is for everybody. And so folks have helped me by reminding me that sometimes people like ourselves, we become the curriculum for others, not just in accepting people who are different, but also in showing what love, compassion, kindness, generosity can really be about. Now, that is not to say that I don't get fired up sometimes. That is not to say that I am engaged in advocacy and activism to the degree that I can, but I don't want to do it from a grievance place, you know, like so much of what's going on. I want to figure out a different way so that when I speak or I engage with people, just like you, perhaps, that I'm doing so in a way that you can hear it and we can have a conversation. So I always like to close these short little weekly chats by saying that I hope you have a community. Know how much you're loved, even if at times it doesn't feel like that. I understand what it is to be alone and to feel lonely, and that's real stuff, but you're not alone. And any way that we might be able to help, I might be able to help you find some community where you live. But there's plenty of stuff going on, especially this month. So for June, for Pride Month, it's a good time, if you've been meaning to check what's going on in your community. Just find one place to get involved, and know that by your being involved, you benefit, but you really bring your gifts to the place and the venues and the communities, whether they're of faith or whatever they may be of. You bring your gifts, and you've been given your gifts to share. And you are exactly who you are supposed to be. That's what's most important, to be exactly who we are meant to be. To the best we can, to be exactly who we've been created to be. God did not create us, whoever God may be, so that we spent all of our lives trying to turn ourselves into a pretzel to be something else, right? Or to let anyone else turn us into a pretzel or some other twisted configuration. Okay, that's it for this week. Hey, Pride, have a great Pride Month. Know you are loved. Thanks for popping in when I do these little videos. And, you know, it's nice to be with you and to just, I may not know all of you, but to be able to sit here and chat a bit means a lot. So thank you. See you the next time. You take care. And once again, happy Pride. Yay! All right. Bye for now.